Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Buckeyes in the hurry up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He put some heat on that one down the middle. Picked off. Bringing it back at the 20. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Looking to the end zone. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Georgia. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive. Turning it on! The 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then Dave shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Shakes off the defender. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Those are the ones you rewind back on tape over and over again when you watch this tape and you go, how did I miss that? He was so open. You have to hit those plays. There's nothing you can say positive about that.
Motion from the wide receiver. The play action fake. Looking to scramble. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And the Dogs with the 1st and 10. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense set on first down. To the air. It's Stockton. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And they're able to get him down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Shoots it to the left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man. Just don't love the foot. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Quarterback extends the play. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Fires left. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Breaks away on the left. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Still looking on. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Just keep slinging it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Running back searching for a hole. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Quickly out to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Looking left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. The Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. He uncorks one deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Reading the option, it's Sayin. Breaks into the open. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Ohio State! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's why you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
That's caught. It's Frazier. At the 35, he's got room. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed on the outside, it's Frazier. I know you want to stretch the field horizontally, but working a little vertical in wouldn't hurt either.
No, it wouldn't. And you got to be able to work with some space. There's an entire field that we got to attack on offense right now. That was just way too much work for little gain.
Makes the catch. It's Branch. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up.
Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Georgia going up tempo. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Try to get it in with the run. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Using his legs to buy some time. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes in the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions.
He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here now early in their first possession in the third quarter. They're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downfield anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the right. With the catch, it's Thomas. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around.
Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Using his legs, it's Singleton. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for it.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. He'll try to do it himself. Complete to the left. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got room on the return.
And that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
From the gun, running back gets to give. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And on second down for this offense. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on second down. Quarterback moving. On the move, he fires. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reynolds. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Nittany Lions are threatening in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away to find some room. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I don't know what you want to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He's just got such elusiveness. You see him, he's getting outside the pocket, he's making you miss, and then all of a sudden he's throwing completions. I got no answers for him.
On the ground, it's Singleton. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Penn State! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Throwing, looking right. Throwing to the end zone, and it's picked off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football.
Sends it downfield. Caught at the 25. What a play to get it in. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. The sweet feet buy a little time. There he goes. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Clemson is quick to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And from this angle, I don't think he got the 1st down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Trying to do it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Singleton. And the ball slipped out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Here's a hit. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Looking for the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Send the tight end in motion. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Trying to run, it's Singleton. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Dropping back, it's Aller. They're working that left side. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. wrestling ahead on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on 4th down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
And the offensive line has to do a better job protecting their man. It's 4th down. He needs some time to make a play. The defense brings the blitz, beats the offensive line, and gets the big sack.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Might be looking to run. He throws one to the left. He's got it for a big play. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard.
Turning it on! Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Gonna run it. It's Singleton. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Scanning the field, it's Aller. He's going for it all. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Randall. slips through the line. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Dances away. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Finds a man on the right. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Klubnik. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeps it on the bootleg. Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the 2nd level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Aller. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Not a lot on the return, but they can win with that as they got it at the 49.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already been picked off multiple times, and that time that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Throwing right. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. 3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Rush is on him. He's going to run it. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. On the run, it's Singleton. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Aller. That's caught. It's Pena. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And I love the quarterback's accuracy here. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right there.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Looking to throw on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Safe completion on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is perfect. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Randall. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Buying some time. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Throwing on the run. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for a crease. It's Singleton. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. 2nd down coming up in this red zone opportunity. The give on the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The give as they work on that clock. He breaks the tackle.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Here's the handoff. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. There he goes. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Handoff to the lone back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The give to the tailback. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
Timeout, Clemson.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. A low line drive and short kick. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Back to throw, it's Aller. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
21 on the play.
Gotta find a completion on this one. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Not all close games are created